You are living in a reality that is so much more magical than you can possibly imagine. It's all right there. It just lies beyond the reach of your five senses. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can better cultivate that sense of awareness so you can start to unlock these gifts that you were born with, these psychic gifts, these clairs, the ability to experience energy, the ability to experience your multidimensional self and the beings that reside beyond this time-space reality. We are such creatures of habit. Humans are programmed to live their lives in patterns. We go to sleep, we wake up, we're very tied into what's happening around us. Our days seem to blend all into one. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of excitement or change woven in there. And that's because we live in the future. We're always anticipating and expecting what's going to come next. And when that happens, we pull ourselves out of the present and we're always thinking like one step ahead. What's the next thing I need to do? What's the next thing I need to take care of? Whether it's eating a meal, going to sleep, doing something for work, running errands, we're always anticipating what the next thing is. And by doing that, we get into these patterns. The circuitry has been built throughout the years, subconscious patterns that make the days seem repetitive. And as we go on through life, the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and we at some point stop and say, boy, what the heck have I been doing all these years? It just seems like one big repeating nightmare, right? And that's what happens when we're not present, we're not aware, we're always thinking about what the next thing is. We pull ourselves out of the current now moment, which is where all the magic is available to us. So as we navigate our journey, it is so important to remember that you are multidimensional and you can access that in the present moment. Now, if you haven't had a spontaneous awakening like I had, where I literally popped out of my body, had all this energy rushing through me, it may take a little bit of work and a little bit of reconditioning for you to bring yourself back present, even if it starts with just a few moments here and there throughout your day. It's going to take practice. It's going to take repetition. It's going to take building new habits. And when you start to do that and you start to get present again, a new, amazing, greater reality is going to start to come forward. It's already there. It exists, but we've been so conditioned to be in our mind and focus on what the next thing is. We're not seeing it. We're not experiencing it. We're not feeling it. Okay, so the first step in cultivating this sense of presence where you can start to unlock all of your multidimensional abilities is getting back into the body throughout your day. And if you have a hard time coming up with ways to do that or remembering to do that, you can do it as easy as taking a deep belly breath. Breathe in, expand your belly, your abdomen, and fully feel that energy. That will bring you right back into the present moment. But if you can't do that or you forget to do that, put notifications on your phone, write Post-it notes, whatever it takes that reminds you to get back into the body. Remember that you are a multidimensional being. I used to have pop-up notifications on my phone reminding me that throughout the day. You are multidimensional. We tend to get stuck or caught up in all of the doing and all of those tasks that need to be done. And when we do that, we pull ourselves right out of alignment, right out of the present moment, right back into the programming or that mental field of constantly worrying, anxiety, having to get things done. And all of the magic that you are is flying right by. It's there. It's always there. You're just not perceiving it because you're focused on conditioned patterns and behaviors. Okay, I can't stress this enough. It is so important to be able to get in touch with your inner self, with your inner being, by slowing down, by remembering who you are. Just simply taking a breath. Remember that you exist in many different dimensional fields, not just this one. opens you up to new potentials and new possibilities. Have you ever looked at an object and thought, wow, that's made of energy. I wonder if I could see the energy field that that object emits, or the energy field from out of which the physical object is manifesting. Have you ever done that? I challenge you to do that over the next few days. Take some time throughout your day. Just look at various objects. It could be what we determine as living objects. You could look at trees or insects, animals, other people, or you could look at stationary inanimate objects, a desk, a table, a chair, whatever it may be. It's all energy. And that energetic field, from out of that field manifests the physical thing that you're looking at. So look around your reality, look at objects, and see if you could perceive the energetic field from which that object manifests from. Are you hearing? Are you hearing what's in the stillness? Are you getting into a quiet space throughout your day where you could sit in just presence, maybe cut down the noise of the light, maybe in a dark area, and focus on listening? What sounds are there? What subtle sounds are below the surface of the mental chatter? Can you use your ears to hear sounds that maybe you wouldn't have heard before? Can you hear the insects? Okay, can you hear the wind? Can you hear the leaves rustling? What lies beneath that? Are there subtle voices? Can you hear something that you haven't heard before? Not because it didn't exist, but because you weren't focused into the present moment enough to sit and allow that to come forward. A lot of the energy from our guides is under, the communication is under all of that noise. That's where it resides. Okay. And it is there. It is constantly there. The messages, your intuition, your higher self, it's always there. But we say we can't get in contact with it because there's something wrong with us. No, the truth of the matter is we're caught up in everything else, the daily life stuff. And that is pulling us out of alignment, not getting us into a space of presence, space of quiet, to where we could allow the subtle communication to come forward. When you're eating, are you tasting the subtleties in the food, all the flavors, or are you just eating unconsciously to get through the meal to go do the next thing, right? Cultivate presence when you're eating, okay? Have you stopped throughout your day and asked yourself, how do I feel in this moment? Is there anything in my body that feels weird? Anything that's calling my attention? If you could feel the subtlety of the energy within your body, sit in presence with it and allow it to be, hold that space. Again, these are new versions of reality that are there, but they're ready to come forward so that you can become aware of them and experience them. Okay, so it's so important to realize that everything you're seeking already exists. It's all happening, but it's all happening not out there. It starts in here, in the present moment. Get in your body, breathe with it, sync up with it. Your breath is your divine energy flow through your central channel. Move your breath up and down. Get in sync with that energy. Get in alignment with that energy. Get out of the patterns of the mental noise and all the stimulus that's thrown at us. And feel and experience what is underneath all of that. Allow what is ready to come forward. And you will start to perceive your guides, your higher self, your intuition, your psychic abilities. You'll start to see energy around objects. It's always been there. You just haven't been aware of it because you haven't allowed yourself to focus your attention on it. Amazing gifts await you. And it's nothing that needs to be found externally. It already exists beneath the noise of the day-to-day life. And it's all the programming that we've had for years that creates that noise. So if you're ready to start to unlock higher frequency versions of you and allow that to land, embody that, and start to come forward, bring your attention back into the body that is the gateway to your higher self. Open that door, sit in presence, sit in the quiet, listen to what's underneath all the noise, see what's beyond the physical. In new, powerful, magical realities will start to manifest. If you have not downloaded my heart chakra meditation, please do so. Link in the description. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.